All right, guys, this episode is brought to you by Major Beauty. Your girl is about to hook you up because y'all know how I do my lashes all the time. And Major Beauty is going to offer $20 off your initial full set of lashes. And the first 6 months, you can also use this promo code HERR20 and you can get $20 off your membership because she does offer membership services. So she not only does eyelashes, she also does permanent makeup, those new henna eyebrows. If you're not ready to go full force on the tattooing of the eyebrows, you can try them out by getting this henna stuff done. I haven't tried it because y'all know I got microbladed eyebrows, but I do use Kiana for my lashes. She is my new lash tech. I'm loving her. She's great and she's super duper professional and you're going to love her little studio. So check her out, The Major Beauty. Make sure you use promo code HERR20 to get a discount off your full set and your membership for the next 6 months, guys. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Her Lounge podcast. Oh, I like that I can see myself. That's a first.
Got to add it to the audio and now video.
Welcome back, guys. I know you guys are getting this podcast on the day that we're actually recording it, right, Rob?
Yeah, which is very rare.
It's very rare, and I'm sorry about that. That was me. I have a lot going on right now as I'm trying to put my kids in all kind of sort of types of activities, and you know how that goes. If you're a mom that is a taxi and drives your kids everywhere. So have lots to talk about. So I'm going to make it short, unfortunately, for my public episode, just because, you know, I have, my child has another activity today, you know.
What time?
I think Pete's going to help me out. We've kind of figured it out. We're dropping off, I'm picking up type of thing. Gotcha. So I think we're good. Anyhow. Let's start with my positive quote just because we need it. And I wanted to do self-growth, right? And I think the reason why I feel that way is because I feel like, I told someone, I'm going to tell you guys this random story. This is why I'm kind of going with it. But I was thinking about all the things that I think about, all the things that I'm concerned about, all those things that I just kind of worry about, right? It's crazy because I feel like if you would have told 30-year-old me this is the things that I would be concerned with, I'd be like, hey, bro, first of all, I'm not even going to have kids. And second of all, I don't really care if these kids have a good education because that's why I don't have any. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I was. But anyway, self-growth. Here we go. Self-development is a continuous journey of trial and error. The process will test your strengths, reveal your weaknesses, and empower you to put yourself finally first. Keep going no matter what. Dive deep into answering the questions that you refuse to, no matter how much the answer hurts. Be honest, be open, and be less critical of yourself. You deserve respect and understanding in the process of self-discovery. Today, I hope this reminder serves you well to help you know that we are all in this together on a journey of self-discovery and growth.
Somebody was reading some self-help over the weekend.
This was great. I am just about to get real tight on my schedule. Usually I'm just like, I know what's happening, which is funny because I sent Dawn a text asking her if you guys use Google Calendar. And she was like, no, I don't use that. And I was like, okay, never mind. Moving on. I found I have 2-week trial, which I'm going to cancel it because I kind of figured out how to use the Google Calendar. Mm-hmm. So I think if I figure that out, I'm even going to share it with you to where you accept it and you know already ahead of time where you're not having to text me and be like, what time are we recording tomorrow? So now moving forward, I'm going to start putting it in so that everybody knows what is happening.
You don't know how happy this makes me, everybody.
Yes.
Did you and Jingo talk about this yesterday? By chance? Because him and I had like a little creative session between episodes.
No, we didn't talk about it, but he and I have been talking about getting on a legit schedule to where it's just the same way we know that we come see Rob. Normally, guys, I wouldn't be here on a Wednesday, but normally I'd be here on a Monday recording with you. And there's just... unless it's like I can't absolutely, like my child has an event, you know, then it's like, hey, Rob, can we do another day, right? But unless it's something like that, it's like an absolute Monday is my day to record. So don't ask me to do anything between 9 and 12. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and this is some inside baseball, but getting every day set, as needed, the Monday at a certain time, so on and so forth is. And I told you, we talked about this like a week or so ago. The productivity rabbit hole that I've been down has made me feel so. I think cringe is the only way I can think of the way I've handled scheduling in the past. You know what I mean? So it's just beating myself up about it, not even with just creative stuff, but just like school, my business, like everything. It was never really dialed in the way it should have. And I know that. I'm being honest with myself about it. So now I'm just like, all right, you can't change that, obviously. Let's just do better.
I have always had a start time, right? Even when I had my own business, we opened at 9, and I didn't have a choice because we actually had we rented a piece of the coffee house at the church, the deaf church we were out of. So I kind of didn't have a choice. Somebody had to open. So, but my roommate, oh my God, my business partner and I would take turns opening. So if she, when school was out, we had the opportunity to rotate. But when she had to drop off her kids at school, it was like, you go open, I'm dropping off, then she's there, so I didn't have kids, so obviously it was easier for me than her. But and then my end time I had also because I taught Zumba. So because I needed to go teach, I had to finish at a certain time. And trust me, Asinette can tell you this. Well, Asinette actually was she was a product or a victim of me teaching another class, and it finished like 12 minutes before my next class begins. So literally I only had 12 minutes. So there better not be no pulled over, like no stalled vehicles like today. There better not be nothing because I have 12 minutes to get there. So,
but back then, how many things were you scheduling, right? Like your office and your Zumba, and that's it. Now you got the kids and the nanny and the husband and the tour and yourself and the hive and the podcast, and the list goes on.
That's why I said I can't do this anymore. Like I have to have some sort of, and he and I have been talking about this. We just haven't. And also I think I've talked about this on the podcast about being a little bit more strict with Penny on scheduling in the evening. We have it down to where dinner happens at this time, bath time happens at this time. Sonny goes to sleep. And it's like, 1, 2, 3, go hurry up and go clean the kitchen, fold the clothes that you didn't get to fold real quick. And it's kind of like, and I tell Penny, you get off your iPad. That's her iPad time. That's where I keep her entertained while I'm finishing up. And then I'm going to come tuck you in. So she loves it. But then that time turns into 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m. And she's loving it, obviously, because she's like, yes, my mom's busy. I get to be on my iPad. You know what I'm saying? So, but I need to be stricter. Does that make sense? To where it's like, I'm going to have to say, oh, well, I got to finish 5 of the things that were there. Go put her to sleep.
There's certain times we'll tell the kids, like, it's bedtime after, like, let's say mommy's going to take a shower. Like, well, mommy's out of the shower. It's time for bed.
That's what I say.
They'll be like, can you take your time, mommy? Take your time.
As Penny says, how long are you going to take? And I'll put an alarm on her iPad. And when she hears it, she'll be like, mommy. And I may still be in the shower, and she is. So it's always, I do the same thing. When I'm out the shower, that's it.
Hey, before we get into, where the quote came from and everything, I do want to remind people, go to MarisolHerrera.com.
Oh, look how cute. Who is that girl?
Sign up for the newsletter at the very least.
We're going to start having a newsletter, and I'm not joking about it this time.
So it's going out this Friday, the first one. We're going to do a survey. We did a survey for chinglebling.com as well. We had 100 respondents, which is a pretty good survey. I even printed them out. I don't know if Chingo mentioned it to you, but I highlighted the questions and printed them all out for him. So go to MarisolHerrera.com, sign up for the newsletter at the bottom of the page, and join the newsletter, and then obviously all the podcast links. And if you want to join the Discord, Patreon.com is the best way to support all the content directly. Patreon.com/redpilltamales. But yeah, just wanted to throw that newsletter reminder out.
And just a heads up, if you're a patrona, the entrepreneur boxes are going to stop, and something else will be given in return. I'm just not sure what that will be just yet. Right now, I think it's going to be a live hangout on Zoom or something. So it'll be like a nice live,
like a mixer,
but since we're not all in the same city, because if we were all, it'd be so cool. Because I literally would make it like a coffee night or like a wine night. Like, come, let's all meet here. And
like, you ever been to Vino and Vinyl? or something like that, where you drink wine and just it's kind of a hang like that.
Yeah, if we were all here, I do, and I think my tester. So if you're my San Antonio people, right? I know it's not fair to everybody, but if you're my San Antonio people, I think we are going to test a mixer when we have the San Antonio shows. We will be in Austin the day before, right? So the next day we'll be driving to San Antonio, which is not far, but we'll be driving there. I think we're going to try to do a like some kind of brunch lunch mixer before we have shows. And since, we have to go eat anyway, we figured, okay, let's find a cool spot in San Antonio, maybe somebody who owns a restaurant, a local who'd be willing to let us have just a little part of their restaurant. We'll promote them, you know what I'm saying? And, we can all meet there because there's a lot of people in San Antonio that are on the Discord. Not that it'd be cool if we all hung out. And obviously, hopefully they're coming to the show as well. But, so I would love to do that. I really want to do more of hangouts. So the Zoom hangouts, I think I'm going to start doing. It's really hard to coordinate with everybody. So that should have been a question I should have asked you to put on the survey. That would have been a good one. But I guess this is open to everybody. So I guess this is different. So maybe this is something that we post on our Discord.
Yeah. And I guess so. I'm going to send it out on Friday.
Maybe we ask, like, if we did a Zoom call to the patronas, I need to really know, like, because it's really more for the patronas, because it's their thing that they're getting, So what time the hangout would be on Zoom. So anyway, that was really supposed to be a conversation for Rob and I. So we just totally had it on the podcast. But anyway, so getting on the schedule has really been a thing for me as Sunny gets into activities, because I could have started her a long time ago when she was 6 months, but I chose to wait until she was almost a year. This is how I did it with Penny as well. Penny started going to classes when she was at 11 months. This is when we were living out in California for a whole month and a half, and that's kind of where I started it. I didn't know anyone, so this was my way of staying active. Bro, I would walk, okay? I would do a 21-minute walk to take Penny to her little gym class, because we only had one car in California, and Pete was in class, in acting classes, and Mickey was in a YMCA camp. So Pete would go drop her off, right? This is what I'm saying. This is why I know we can do it, because I literally had my entire little family coordinated when we were in California. And it's like crazy because we had one vehicle. So we literally had to sit there and figure out, you're here, you're here, you're here. I can use the car here. I drop you, you come home. Now he may have to Uber. Now you're taking the car because you're having to go further out. Now I'm walking to drop off Mickey, or, you know what I'm saying? Or it would be Penny and I walk into her class almost every other day. So that's why it's funny, because I was talking to this girl, this lady that is in, this grown woman that's in my cardio class. Miss Gloria is 70 years old. And bro, when I tell you she kicks. Miss
Gloria would get it?
Miss Gloria would knock the shit out of you. She can kick. Okay. And I'm her partner. So trust me, I know.
You know.
So, I was talking to her, and she was saying that she has stopped coming to the Friday and Saturday classes. And I said, why? She goes, I started walking. She goes, and oddly, I don't know if it's because I'm just doing something different. She's like, but it's been like helping me lose weight. So I told her, I said, what's the crazy thing about that? That's why when everyone was like, we need to get on this move, like, I'm just not motivated. And that's why I said, like, at least do 10,000 steps a day. And that alone will at least keeps your heart pumping. It's good enough. It's like the recommended amount, Anyway, I walked for an entire month, and I did not gain weight. Rather, I actually dropped weight when I was in California, which was crazy because I wasn't able to go to the gym. I took Penny in the gym, and I'd beg Mickey to please play with her. And they had like a little dance room, and Mickey would stay in there. We'd bring toys down, and her and Mickey and Penny would be playing in there while I hurried up and I have video. If you haven't seen these videos, guys, go to my YouTube channel and you will see how crazy this was. But that whole story just to say I'm about to get on a really tight schedule like that again because Penny, we went on a tour today, guys. So here a little update on what's been going on in my life. If you're wondering why I'm quiet on the Discord, just so you know, I've just been making props for Sunny's birthday party, which is a circus theme. So I've made a cage for her lion. I've made a little popcorn booth. I made a high chair banner. So I've been busy. So that's why I've been not on the Discord, not on my social media, because I'm busy now planning my 1-year-old's birthday party.
You remind me, so I'm going to play a video for you here. This is what I picture, and if you guys are watching on YouTube, you're going to be able to see the video, but this is what I envision you would be with the kids. Just, if you had all the time in the world to do whatever you want, you would still put yourself through what I'm about to show you, just voluntarily, okay?
Let's see. This podcast is brought to you by Beauty Studio by Frida. Y'all, I just got my anti-aging hydrodermabrasion facial and my skin feels fantastic. I got this crazy pregnancy mask and I was told that the brown spots were not ever going to go away but would get lighter. I didn't believe it either, but that day I actually left with those dark spots a tad bit lighter, and each time I'm going to continue to go, they'll get lighter. So I'm so excited about that. They offer all types of stuff here. I mean, I'm talking about threading, waxing, facials, permanent makeup, lash lifts, and a bunch more. They use top of the line equipment. They're super duper professional and it's super clean. Guys, you have to book your appointment today. Make sure you tell them that we sent you. Use promo code HERR and get in touch with them today. Book your appointment at beautystudiobyfrida@gmail.com or call them 713-448-9164.
I got to get the audio going on the right direction, but you can kind of already see where this is going to go. Mm-hmm. And let me just ask you so you can tell us, would you be willing to just go do stuff with the kids like this? Like if they were both little, maybe let's say you had twins like this. This is an example of twins. Would you take them to an event like this where it's like outside a big fair kind of thing and have a good time?
Is it a kids fair?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I don't mind it.
Afternoon out looks like with twins and a preschooler, and wow, this was a crazy one. So first things first, we probably deserved this because we went to this local fair on a whim just to meet some friends without really knowing what to expect. And the moment we got there, we knew we were in trouble. We could barely keep our eyes on the boys, but nevertheless, Hudson was so excited to go on his first roller coaster ride until we ran into our first problem, and that was the twins not understanding that they could not go on the same rides as Hudson. So while he did the roller coaster, we were basically locked into a Royal Rumble and holding on for our dear lives. So we quickly panicked, got some more tickets, and found some baby rides, which the twins actually loved until, well, they basically didn't understand that they couldn't do the ride over and over again. And that set off the most epic meltdown we have ever witnessed. And believe me, we've witnessed some meltdowns, so we quickly got everyone out of there after making the biggest scene ever into the car. And by now, everyone was so overtired. I think Brody was about to kill me. And then we realized when we got home, our street had a power outage, so our house was boiling hot, no power. The boys were overtired. Brody was about to kill me. And all I could do at this point was laugh because it was so crazy. And finally, we ordered some Indian. We didn't talk to each other. Brody put this thing on her face, and that was the end.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Called his wife Brody. That's funny.
Oh my God.
You couldn't pay me. Sorry.
I went to the carnival, the rodeo carnival. It's weird. My kids are just everywhere at home, but when we're out in public, they're really good. Really weird. I don't know what that's about. To where even I get complimented like, man, how are your kids so well behaved? And I'm looking like, whose kids? My kids? My kids are well behaved. You should see them at home. They're not well behaved at home. I'm gonna need you to go watch them at my house.
I like when you tell stories, you sound like Medea for some reason.
My God. They're just, maybe because it's their house, so they know that they can fuck up shit. I don't know. But when we're out and about, I want to knock on wood right now. No one's had a meltdown. I think Penny's had it one time when we were in Dallas. We went to the flea market, and I think I told her she could ride the Ferris wheel or something, but then we didn't want to get on the Ferris wheel. We wanted to leave because it was almost time for showtime. And she was like, you said, and she's right. I did say, right? And so then it's like, well, why can't I go? And I said, because we got to go. We got to go to work. And so that became a problem. And that was the first time that I've ever seen her in her 4 little years, like she was 3 at the time, that she's ever made a scene where she was crying like bloody murder. Other than that, she's never done it. Thank God.
You ever seen parents that have their kids on like those little leash things?
Yes, I would do it. I'm not going to lie to you.
I thought the same thing.
I would so do it.
We were at the zoo, and this kid was just like, you could tell he was one of those kids, and the mom was just, kind of like, had him on this little thing, pulling him or whatever. And at first, I was like, look at this, Mom. And then as I thought about it, as the kids were luckily just kind of sitting, chilling, eating their Dippin' Dots, that are $10 Dippin' Dots, bowl at the zoo. And I was like, actually, if you were like that, I'd probably do that to you too.
Yeah, Penny's kind of a scaredy cat at the same time, though. She'll be looking like, where's my mom at? Like, she's not playing.
Heads on a swivel.
Yeah, she's always like, where's my mom? So she's not good. She doesn't walk away. She'll be like, I don't see my mom or my dad. Where they at? So.
Oh, when Weston was young, he would just dart into like the middle of the parking lot.
Oh my God.
You had to make sure you were glued to his hand.
No, not Penny. I don't know what Jimena's going to be like yet. I thought Penny was ants in her pants.
Really? Oh, you're screwed.
Sunny gets, I have to show y'all this video. Rob.
Did you post it somewhere?
I haven't yet because I think it's hilarious, but I have to show it to you because you're going to be like, no way. So listen, I blame myself for working out while I was pregnant. And I blame that's the reason why both my kids have the energy that they have. But Sunny will just get in her walker, y'all. Literally just gets in her walker and starts just almost like she's running, like she's kicking. And this is her.
She looks like she's skiing.
She does that. And she stays like that for a minute, almost like she's running.
Yeah.
And she sweats from it. She's working out that hard. And it's like, I'll look at her and we says like, no, leave her alone. She's doing her exercises.
Well, I'm trying to find a video. Oh, I found it. It's probably a good thing though, right? That you were that active if we're being, serious, but also, this was Penny.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's hilarious.
And that's why kids they can't sit down because you're doing that to them.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's why I think Sunny is she is on a roll, bro. And she does not crawl. Okay, Penny was a soldier crawler. Mm-hmm. Okay, so she did the bear crawls. Okay, or what do you call those? No, those are not bear crawls. Those are like a soldier. Soldier crawl, yeah, soldier crawl. Sunny
army crawl
does one arm, pulls herself, pushes up, scoots with her butt, one arm, and she's fast because she gets frustrated that she can't go fast enough on all fours. And she's figured out, and she's strong on her left arm. I mean, she literally picks up her whole body and scoots, and she's fast like that. But she can't do it crawling.
I want to go fast.
Is that not crazy?
Dude, I mean, I guess it's good that you have your kids in activities now so that they can, get used to being somewhere doing something.
Then I thought about this. Then I said, what I don't want to cause to my kids, because they have an activity every day, at least Penny does. Sunny's only has 2 activities. She goes to her play class now, and she's going to go to swim class, right? So she only has 2 little activities. But then I was like, but wait, I don't want them to be like me, where the hardest part for me about when I had COVID was not that I had COVID.
Was you couldn't do anything?
I had to sit still.
Yeah.
That killed me. Like, seriously, that killed me, Rob. I couldn't survive in isolation.
Oof, no.
I couldn't. I could not survive. Like, I was like, this is depressing. Like, I can't do this. I can't, I would walk back and forth, like, literally, like, I had to do something. I'm like, is anybody out there? Can y'all go outside so I can go, like, up and down the stairs, please? Anyway, that needed to be done. Real quick, I wanted to tell a quick story because so that we could finish it off with my patrons. Random story, guys. I just want y'all to know where I'm at currently. I went to go do a tour for Penny's school. I decided I am going to put her in. I think I am. I think so far right now I feel I am. She's going to go to a little Baptist church school, and it's 2 days out of the week. I'm going to handle the other days, right? They do follow, I think you pronounce it Abaca, homeschooling program, which is a Christian-based program, which is actually one that I was considering for homeschooling as well. I've seen good reviews about it, but this one is a paid one versus there's one where you can donate. So I was between those two. Anyway, so that's the curriculum that they follow. I went today, very small school. I don't think there's more than like 10 kids in the class, 12 at most from what I counted. It's a little classroom setup, but it was funny because I caught the girl off guard because the first thing I said, guys, if you've been listening to this podcast, you already know what I asked. I said, and this is exactly how I said it. You can ask Pete. I said, I'm just curious where y'all stand on teaching about transgender and pronouns. I said, because I'm not down with that. I said, there's a lot of churches out there that have been to the mob, and I just want to make sure this is not one. Her face, Rob, because she's a young girl who's the director of the school. She looked at me. She went like this, like, no, none of our kids know that word. I don't think, no. I said, great. She goes, now, there are kids here who have 2 dads and 2 moms, but we don't discriminate because, again, even though they are part of the church, they're still a little school. They used to be a Mother's Day Out program, but now they're a legit school where they actually follow, like I said, they follow an actual school curriculum. They don't follow anybody's, they don't follow like an HISD school district, like days off, etc. They follow the Abaca thing. So that's how they do it. So anyway, and then I said, and where's your stand on critical race theory also? And
this girl's probably like, who the hell?
And she's just looking at me like she's not been asked this. I also asked about who can access the school. Do you have security guard on, like who comes on here? Like I was asking all these questions, and her face, it was just funny because I don't think she was expecting any of these questions, or maybe not enough parents ask these questions.
Sure.
And also we're in a different time to where these are the questions that are asked now. So I say that to say this. I was ordering cookies for Sunny's birthday party, right? Random lady. I've never met her. I don't know who she is, but I started to get the vibes that she does not go for the public school system, just on a few of the little comments that she made, right? And she was kind of trying to be where she'd want to like make it seem like, oh yeah, I don't vibe with a lot of this shit. But I kind of like caught on, and I said, oh no shit. I said, yeah, I'm not for that either. And the minute I said that, Rob, it's like diarrhea mouth. She went off.
What?
And it was like, here's the irony of this. She's not for open borders. She's not for, immigrants coming here illegally.
This story about your aunt.
Her husband is illegal.
Okay. All right.
And she said, I know. She's like, I just feel like everybody has to do it the right way. I'm not against them coming, but they need to do it the right way, which is really weird, though, because she comes from very artsy parents, like Juilliard parents.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, both of them. And so I think the mom, I think, graduated from there. And I think the dad went to Yale. So she's like, comes from like Ivy League schools. Like she does not play. But I said, how are you so conservative? You know what I'm saying? Being that you've got such an artsy background. She goes, I think it's because we've always been Christians. And she's like, so I think because of our Christian background, we just have never. She goes, and we also don't vote on presidents. We vote on policies.
Yeah.
And that right there was like, oh, you're my kind of friend. Because I've said this before on the podcast. I don't lean any way, but I do. I guess my ideas now, or my way of thinking now, are more conservative versus what they were before, And I guess Pete has always pointed out. I think you pointed it out to me, and I was in denial. I guess at the very beginning of this whole thing, both you guys said to me, "You have very conservative ways," in case you didn't know. And I was like, "No, I don't. No, I don't." And I kept saying like,
"How dare you?"
Yeah, I was like so in denial, but I guess I did have them. But anyway, we got to talking, and then she told me this crazy story, Rob, and then I posted it on the Discord. So some of my Discord folks have already heard this. She said she went to like her kids went to a Bible I guess a summer camp for church, and it's in Arkansas.
Okay.
And so she went with her kids there also so that they could all travel together. She was in Airbnb, and so she was like talking to a parent who was currently going through some shit with the school district in Arkansas. And she said that the dad was currently fighting the school, Rob, because they're wanting to put kitty litters in the bathrooms for the kids that identify as cats.
You know, I've been hearing about this over the last week or so, and I've seen videos of, you know, kids, particularly girls, who are like, you know, I guess, I don't know if we're too lazy to talk to one another. We're starting to use, you know, meows as different forms of communication.
I can't anymore. When she told me that, I said, what is a litter? She said, because she said litter boxes. And I said, oh, well, that's a good idea. Like, so no one litters in the restrooms? She goes, no,
that's a trash can. We mean a shit box.
She said I thought maybe like they wanted to come up with like a litter, like don't mess with Texas. Like kitty litter was the last thing I thought this bitch was talking about. And I don't mean to call her a bitch, but do you know what I mean?
Yes, you do.
Like, I don't know her. She's cool. She's really nice. So I'm not calling her like, I'm not saying it like an offensive way, but I'm like, I can't believe she just told me this. I said, are you serious? She goes, dead serious. I said, a kitty litter? She said, yes. So this parent from the church that she goes to, it's a like a sister church in Arkansas. And so that's where they hold the church camps. And so it was another parent from the church that they were talking and just kind of having Bible study. And that was kind of like the conversation that came up. And I said, are you kidding me right now? She goes, no, absolutely not. I'm not kidding you. Well, then I posted on the Discord, and one of our members tells me that her cousins go to a high school in downtown. I don't know if it's the School for Performing Arts, I don't know if it's that one. I should have asked her, but I didn't ask her what school it was. She said that her cousins told her that there's kids over there that walk around with collars so that their owners can walk them.
Wait, what?
Let me read it exact so that I'm not telling stories.
No, do tell stories. Make them up.
I don't want to make them up. So I'm going to actually quote exactly what was said here. Because I was like, what? Dude, my cousin goes to a high school in downtown Houston and said kids walk around with collars around their neck and leashes so their owner, in parentheses, can walk them.
Who's their owner? Do I want to ask this? So
do other people, like your peers, own you, and that's who walks you? I mean, I don't know.
How old are these kids? These are kids.
High school.
High schoolers. Oh,
is this not the weirdest thing? Okay, so then I'm about to go on a whole different weird thing here. So
is this for the patrons now?
This is for the patrons now. So if you're currently listening, to be continued, join us on the Patreon. You know, come on over, HERR Lounge Podcast /patreon.com.
Yeah.
No, or is it
no, it's patreon.com/HERR Lounge Podcast.
There you go.
So if this is your first time listening to the Wednesday episodes, usually aren't half an hour, but you guys they fly out tomorrow. There's a lot going on. So we're keeping this into a short, tight 30 minutes. And then we're going to do a full hour for the patrons if Marisol has it.
Yeah.